Hey guys, Ken77Stow171 back for American Truck Videos. We are driving the new truck we just built, Kenworth T680, the custom truck we built, although there's not that many customizations. Had to buy a new trailer. That white one that I had used previously had been taken up by another driver. So there's a make private option. So this one, I just bought another one and made it private, so that shouldn't happen again. We are going to do what we talked about in the last video. We put back the stock 12-speed PACCAR transmission, automated manual transmission, and picked up a load here in Phoenix. It's a little heavier than I was going to do. It's 55,000 pounds, so it's a little heavier than I was planning on doing. We're going to Joplin, Missouri. It's about 1,200-mile drive, so I'm probably going to split this one. Um, and At some point along the route, we might try switching to the Allison TC10 transmission to see what the difference is. Which one we like better. This is a heavy load, so probably about the heaviest you would actually carry with a truck like this. So this is kind of the worst case scenario. The other reason to go to Joplin is that they're doing a contest right now. You got to do 12 deliveries in or out of Joplin. Never even been into Missouri yet, even though it's a new map. So this gives me an opportunity to get into Missouri, drive around a little bit, and start doing that. So let us go. Park and brake off. I just let them load the freight this time. This was a yeah. You know what? I actually feel like my field of view is a little restricted out to the side. Um, let's do that. A lot of times I ran 80 degrees, which we could do that too. I just feel like you can't see out the side in it when you're turning. It's a little difficult. Um, I was sitting at like right about that. Let's at least maybe see the edge of the side mirror there. Okay. We're turning right. Notice like the amount that I have to pull forward to see. We're nowhere near the front of the truck's pretty short.
Turn right.
There's something with this truck that I feel like the visibility out the front windshield isn't as good. I feel like it might be the height of the windshield, like that the dashboard is kind of high, like you're looking over the dashboard. Not totally certain. I did just come from driving European Truck
Get ready
Simulator
to turn left.
the other day. Well, we drove a bunch of trucks yesterday. I don't know. Not really sure.
Turn left.
Man, I forgot this is heavy. I'm driving around empty bobtail for a while, and you get used to how much pressure you got to put on the brake pedal to make it stop. Coming up on nightfall too, so
Get ready to turn right.
it'll be interesting to see.
Turn right.
Be interesting to see what the headlights are like.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Well, for a 55,000-pound load, it's not bad. It's nice you have the speedo, see the below the speedometer there? You actually have the speed that you have your cruise control set to. I like that digital when I go up and down on it. It tells me the cruise control set speed. That's nice. One thing I miss about that long nose truck is it's kind of hard to figure out where the center is. Right off the top of my head, if you look at the wiper blade right there, see there's two little clear spots you can sort of see through it. Sort of makes a V shape. Looks like based on the side mirrors, if you keep the truck right about in that V shape, that's centered. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, 75 miles an hour. Right. Totally safe. Maybe we keep it at 65 for now. This road definitely, or even 60. Said recommended speed for the corner 60. You know, it's interesting, those physical mirrors to the left and right kind of act as a distraction. Like, I'm not sure which to look at, the digital mirror or the physical mirrors. So you kind of look at both.
Go straight
What
in.
the fuck, dude? Why did he just suddenly slam on the brakes? Yeah, I keep like glancing over to the physical mirrors. There really isn't that much detail in that physical mirror. It's also a bit dark, oddly. Um, the digital mirrors show you a lot more, and I really wish that the physical mirrors were just not there. I mean, I realize it's federal law; they don't have a choice, but it's really a distraction more than anything else, and
Go
blocks
straight on.
blocks your view right there of that section of road. Again, a lot of this is problems that you run into in the game that aren't really problems in real life. You know, in real life, you can turn your head, move your body around, look at the things you need to look at to safely see around. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go down to 55 because Seems to pull the freight okay. This is a heavy load. It's 55,000 pounds. Um, so I think what we'll do is we'll drive till the guy starts yawning, and I'm gonna break the video in half there. You hear this stuff like clinking around? It's like stuff flopping around in the cab as you go around a corner. That's real too, by the way, guys. As the cab moves around, loose change, things you had laying on your bed go tumbling around. It's definitely realistic. This is where power would be nice. Because I need to go out and get some food for myself. Truck's got radar cruise. Any real truck would have trouble pulling this grade. So this is not unrealistic at all. That's 55,000 pounds. So we're probably right about 80,000 gross. Truck's probably 30,000, 35,000. So yeah, we're probably 85 or 90,000 gross weight. So, and it's only whatever it was, 510 horsepower. So it's not a huge.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I kind of miss my W900 though.
Exit right.
I do kind of like looking out seeing over the hood. And like I said, I feel like the dash is high. Like, you have the advantage of a slope nose truck, but the dashboard ends up intruding into your view more than in the Cascadia. I don't know. I'd have to see them back to back. I don't really know. It's not that easy to do in the truck too. Well, the easy way would be to actually the easy way would be to stop and to go into the customizer and build one and go to the dashboard view. You might be able to tell the difference there. Maybe we'll do that if we get to a repair center. Maybe change the let's see here. There's actually one right there, but let's see if there's one more en route. Not there. Not there. There is one right here. That's probably our best bet. Oh, that's 175 miles. So why don't we go right in here? Yeah, let's do that. We'll just pull in. We'll change that transmission.
Okay, here we go.
And I'm curious, like this
Keep
view,
right, and
this
then exit right.
this view that we have right now, we can go into the
Exit
we'll
right.
change the transmission in this truck to the Allison TC10. Try that out. Although I have a suspicion we're through the hilly
Turn left.
we're through the hilly section. go into Garage Manager, go to Cascadia, uh, build a truck. There's a view, just this view right here. There is a view from inside the cabin of a Cascadia. I'm curious to
Get
see
ready to turn left.
um, if
Turn left.
the view out the front windshield just seems restricted to me for some reason. I don't know why. Like it seems pinched, like narrow top to bottom. Something about the visibility. I'm not quite sure what it is. Could just be because I came from driving that long nose W900. I don't know. I didn't have his turn signal on. I mean, this would work. This is pulling this load absolutely fine. It's not like there's anything wrong with it.
Keep
It's just
right, and then turn right.
I'm just more curious to try the TC10.
Turn right. Turn left.
No, it's right in here, isn't it? Is it in here?
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
All right. So first thing is, let's change the transmission to, interesting. Huh. So in the mod list, you could put a 765 horsepower Cummins in this too. But this is a modded engine. I don't really want to do that. But it's kind of funny. We're putting a modded transmission in it. It is a mod also. Actually, let's give that a whirl. I'm surprised that there aren't more. It's all part of that same mod group. Interesting. I doubt this engine's actually available in this truck. It's ISX 18. It's an 18 liter ISX. Um, so we'll stick with this. That's a reasonable power output. Let's try the PACCAR transmission. I'm sorry, the Allison TC10. So let's do that. Um, while we're at it, let's take a look at the trailer and see if, because I ordered that, I have that tire pack now. Let's see if there's some other tire packs available. Yeah, there is. Uh, what did we have on the truck? Michelin X1 line energy. Michelin X1 line energy. Michelin X line energy. And we'll do the same. We'll paint them. One of these had the bigger logo. And it's this one, which matches our truck better. So let's do that. We'll do white, raised white letter. T2. That way our trailer will match our truck, and we shouldn't ever lose this trailer again. So, okay, cool. I actually don't think you can, they don't have, one thing that's kind of weird is they don't have super singles on trailers. There's like only the shadow. They don't have any wides. Oh, there is a wide. Interesting. But there's no shadow wide, which is weird because it's a shadow wide for the trucks. do the seagull wide. It'll reset the paint. I don't know why. Reset the paint on the wheels. You can't change the color, so it would be blue. You could do chrome, which doesn't match the black. We could do chrome wheels on the truck too if we wanted. Sorry, this is not a drive video. This is turned into a custom video. All right, let's leave it like it is for now. It doesn't matter. But that is something to think about if we're going to keep it. Let's find out if we're going to keep this truck too. So let's do company, truck manager, truck dealer, Freightliner. Doesn't matter where. Cascadia, the new one. Customize. Look out the front window. I'm closer in though. See the mirrors right there? Let's interesting. It has camera. Oh, camera only is an option, which is not realistic. Is that a? Yeah, it's a mod. That is. See the DC, it says DLC Freightliner. Standard plus camera is an option, is a legal option because that's a legal part. I've been running this camera only, which is a mod part. It says factory part though. So it's probably this part right here is factory. So let's just see. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This view right here seems about the same to me as the other truck. Maybe I just got used to the really low dashboards in the long nose trucks, where the dash is like more down here, and then you got a long hood sticking out here, so you got more open space like right here. I don't know. That is a good looking truck. All right, guys. So we got the new
Time to get the
transmission.
job done.
How the hell do we get out of here? Well, this will be fun. I guess we're going to go to the left and then use all of the space.
Turn right.
Why is my headlights not on?
Turn left.
I just reached for a turn signal lever. Boy, it shifts a lot faster, don't it?
Keep right, and then turn right.
So what you do is, if you find out you like this truck, then you know, I still, because the Cascadia has that option for getting rid of that mirror on the side,
Turn right.
it's kind of the worst. This is kind of the worst of both. Like you have both to distract you, and the one doesn't really add anything. I would almost prefer just to have, one or the other, really. Like the W900 we were just been driving. It's got
Get
mirrors
ready
out to the
to
side.
turn left.
I don't know. We'll see.
Turn left.
I can already tell in like slow speed maneuvers and during acceleration that this is going to be way better. Now we're going to be coming down an on-ramp here, so this is not really a fair. Let's go down to the bottom of the hill and do an acceleration run from a standing stop. And we'll see how this transmission handles that. There's a car behind me, and there's a truck coming up. So we'll see here. There's another truck coming up behind me. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's a pretty big improvement, guys. The thing that really helps you is you don't lose the inertia while it's shifting. Those top 2 gears might, you know, the 9 and 10 might be a little tall and might cause you some problems accelerating on the highway versus the 12 speed, which has more ratios to choose from. In real life, fuel economy would be affected by, what RPM are you like. We're definitely outside the green on the tack there. You can see where it's green. That's the engine's most efficient operating range. So what this truck could really probably use would be, a taller final drive, not 355s, which is what I think it is. Get those RPMs down a little bit. You've got more than enough power first through, 7. You've got enough. It's shifting 55,000 pound load, and it's, going run, run, run. It's shifting really quickly. So on the low side, to get the freight moving, you could go with a taller differential. It would still have enough power to get it moving. The engine is pretty quiet in this. The turbos are pretty loud. Maybe that 700 horsepower Cummins blended with this transmission would be amazing. Or, maybe the Cummins would match better with that 12 speed. Hours of drive time left, so it says. I really like to just go to the point where it's yawning. It's a good time to stop. don't think this truck has blind spot monitoring. I was just noticing that. I don't remember it blinking a warning light in the mirror. That's definitely a negative. You know, the testing we did in that last
Go
video
straight on.
where we had the Peterbilt with the different engines in it. Um, we didn't take that one on a trip. It's still sitting over there in Phoenix somewhere. I don't know where. When you change from truck to truck, it moves trucks around. Haven't really figured out what the pattern is sometimes. I don't even know what time it is in real life. I gotta go get something to eat, but I don't know what.
Go straight on.
This certainly, you know, runs down the road fine with this Allison transmission. But it's definitely not in the right. It's definitely outside the engine's best operating zone. But it accelerates a lot better. So fuel economy is not really a thing in the game. There is a setting for, you know, realistic fuel economy. Why the hell did they do that? From the left lane to the right lane and back to the left lane. And then back to the right lane. Because there's a way station, that's why. Now we got the green light. Been interesting to pull in and see what we weigh. Didn't think about that. I think I like the dash cluster maybe better than the Cascadia. The speedo number is bigger, and I think the if I had a 4K screen where you could actually read those digital gauges, I think they would be more legible than what is offered. So that's kind of a positive. Sorry, guys. Whew. Where the hell did it slow down? Somebody up here is going slow. Radar cruise. Headlights seem pretty good. Don't know if they look any different than any other truck. Off to the right there's a pretty good flare. You can see it up on the trees there, or on this, next time we come to a truck. There's kind of an excessive upward flare. You can see it in the mirror of the trucks when you pass them. You can see it on the curb over there. I'm kind of surprised it's that much of an upward flare. And yes, I know I'm hogging the left lane. What she look like from the outside. Should turn on my flashers back there. This is where ATS is a lot easier than ETS. Mostly long, straight, open highways without a lot of twisty curves. When we come up on this truck here on the right, pay attention to the light output. You can see it right there on the side of the hill. There's kind of a triangle shaped flare, and that truck moved to the middle lane, unfortunately. I noticed that the last time we passed a truck, that that flare was kind of up high, right into his side mirror. Boy, that radar cruise control really can't figure out what the hell it wants to do, can it? Run, 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 run. There we go. Get out of the way. Now that the speed limit's going to drop. So if we get up next to this bus in a dark zone, which we might not, look on the side of the truck. There's kind of a flare right there. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna cut it short. Next time I find a rest area with a sleeping area, we're gonna call it. So we're at 38 minutes. And quite frankly, I'm a little tired of driving already. As I told you guys, I drove about 30 hours in 2 days in real life, and it takes me a little time to recover. Let's take a look at this map here. Is there another? Okay, there's a rest area right there. 100 miles. We can do that.
Let's do this.
Yeah, this truck is nice. I don't know that I like it more than Cascade. I'd have to drive it to Cascadia
Keep
back and
left.
forth, and see. Um,
Keep left.
and I'm not sure I like it more than my W900. I ought to do a trip after we do finish with this one. Maybe we ought to find that Peterbilt, old school Peterbilt we built, and either put the Detroit 60 or that Cummins N14 in it. Maybe the Detroit 60, something different. So I haven't driven. I've driven an N14 quite a bit, and put one of the 14-liter Detroits back in it, and take
Keep
that one
left.
on a trip. Yeah, no blind spot monitoring that I can see. Unless it's there in the lower cluster. I don't think it is. There's my first yawn. They could have put the blind spot monitoring, right there in the dashboard where the little hood of the truck is there. Like, I don't even know what it shows down in there. I got 750 miles to go, so we can probably finish that in our next video. Get all the way to Missouri with this, to Joplin, and that'll be my very first trip into Joplin, Missouri. The rest areas we just turned red. And the place we're sleeping is right here.
Keep right, and then exit
So
right.
that worked out perfect.
Exit right.
All right, guys, that'll be the end of the video. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll show you the transition to morning, and then we'll just continue. So that's what the transition looks like into morning. All right, guys, that'll be it. Ken's 97 Stowe 171 signing off. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful evening.